141-mile-per-hour pursuit turns into an arrest for DUI and carrying narcotics. An accomplished college football player from Alabama was taken into custody on charges involving narcotics and a firearm after he was involved in a chaotic automobile pursuit that concluded in his detention. This turn of events came as a complete surprise to everyone. The event took place in the middle of the day during a calm period, which caught the authorities in the area by surprise. Law enforcement officers witnessed the young athlete driving erratically, which prompted them to begin a pursuit of the suspect. The pursuit went through the city streets before coming to an end in a tense standoff at the end of the chase. After the athlete was apprehended, his vehicle was searched, and the results led to the discovery of illegal narcotics, as well as a firearm that had not been permitted. Both the college football community and the local community where the player was previously hailed for his on-field skill have been rocked to their cores by the arrest, which has sent shockwaves throughout both communities. Officials at the university have voiced their displeasure and reaffirmed their dedication to enforcing rigorous behavioral expectations on all of the institution's student-athletes. As the legal proceedings begin, the young footballer's future is uncertain, and his once promising career is now clouded by legal issues. The destiny of the young footballer hangs in the balance. The event is a jarring reminder of the difficulties that can come with the expectations of fame and the responsibilities that come with representing not only oneself, but also a highly regarded organization. Tony Mitchell, a freshman defensive back for the team, was thrust into the limelight when he unexpectedly led authorities on a high-speed chase, reaching speeds of up to 141 miles per hour. Many people were taken aback by the courageous acts that the athlete displayed off the field after the incident that took place yesterday evening. Mitchell, who was well known for his nimbleness and lightning-fast reactions on the football field, displayed those same talents behind the wheel as he bobbed and weaved through traffic in an attempt to elude law enforcement cars. The pursuit continued for a few miles before ultimately coming to a halt when the vehicle driven by Mitchell was encircled by many police vehicles. Fans and teammates alike are left to speculate about the attitude of the young athlete at the time due to the lack of clarity regarding the circumstances behind Mitchell's acts and the motivations behind them. Officials at the university declined to comment, stating that they are concentrating their efforts on obtaining all of the relevant information before making any pronouncements. Even before this occurrence, Mitchell had attracted notice due to his undeniable talent and potential, but now his name is linked to a completely different kind of news than what it was previously associated with. As the legal process moves forward, there are a lot of unanswered issues about his future with the organization and the broader consequences for his professional career. Mitchell angrily denied any attempt to flee from the authorities, vehemently asserting his innocence, which was a surprise change of events. On the other hand, as the interrogation continued, the truth started to become more apparent. Mitchell's initial determination began to break as more evidence was presented to him, which eventually led to his admitting that he had been in possession of marijuana. The tension in the room gradually gave way to a sense of resignation, and the atmosphere in the room changed in a way that could be felt. Mitchell's initial denial had been forceful, and his remarks had been laced with conviction, but the weight of the evidence given by law enforcement was indisputable and could not be refuted. Mitchell's mood changed from one of hostility to one of more somber awareness as the cops methodically presented their findings. Mitchell ultimately admitted his involvement, heaving a sigh of relief as he did so, and admitted that he was in possession of the illegal narcotic. The admission seemed to be met with a mixture of relief and dread, as if a weight had been lifted by coming clean, while the potential repercussions loomed large in the minds of those involved. This unanticipated turn of events serves as a reminder of the complex dynamics that play out during the course of criminal investigations when early assertions might fall apart under the weight of evidence. The case of Mitchell exemplifies the significance of adopting a meticulous and deliberate strategy when conducting law enforcement, which will in the end result in the revelation of truth. During the course of a routine traffic check, law enforcement authorities made a shocking find inside a vehicle, which represents a momentous turn of events. During the course of the exhaustive search, the officers found a total of 226 grams of marijuana that had been discreetly wrapped and stowed away somewhere within the confines of the vehicle. Concerns were raised regarding the potential repercussions of this scenario as a result of the discovery, which was accompanied by the presence of a loaded gun. A more in-depth inquiry into the situation uncovered the presence of a sizable amount of money, amounting to a total of $7,000 in cash, which was also found in the automobile. The presence of illegal narcotics, a loaded pistol, and a significant quantity of cash prompted the officers to conduct a more in-depth investigation into the circumstances surrounding the vehicle and the individuals who were inside it. The prompt and quick action taken by the police not only emphasizes the significance of performing routine checks, but also brings attention to the inherent dangers that there are for law enforcement professionals when they are on the job. While the investigation is still ongoing, the authorities are making a concerted effort to uncover the reasons behind the presence of these things and determine whether or not they are connected to any larger-scale criminal operations. In a recent occurrence that has left both persons in a state of shock, passenger Christopher Lewis was unexpectedly detained with his fellow passenger Mitchell. The unexpected turn of events put both individuals in a state of shock. The reasons that led to their imprisonment are still unknown, which cast a shadow of doubt over a trip that was supposed to be routine. Lewis and Mitchell were being questioned by the authorities, and while the former appeared calm and collected, the latter wore a mask that suggested he was either suspicious or distressed. Those who were on the scene couldn't help but speculate about the relationship between the two passengers and the series of events that had just taken place. They were both taken into custody at the same time. Was this a simple case of chance, or was there some deeper connection between their destinies? During the same time, Mitchell, who had at first acted as though she was in control of her emotions, suddenly burst into tears when he was being questioned. This unanticipated outpouring of feeling even added another dimension of mystery to the rapidly developing situation. The fact that Mitchell's reaction appeared to be real was noted by witnesses who were there throughout the emotional outpouring. This led the witnesses to speculate that the incident that had shaken both passengers' lives may have had a very personal component. The stories of Christopher Lewis and Mitchell are surely going to come to light as the investigation moves forward. This will shed light on the reasons behind their arrest as well as the feelings that have been brought up as a result of their detention. Mitchell looked at the detective's stern face in a dimly lit interrogation room. As the officers read Mitchell's Miranda rights, anxiety rose, underscoring the gravity of the situation. Mitchell's heart raced and their palms grew sweaty as his position sank. Mitchell's voice faltered when he denied involvement in the drugs found during the search, revealing his uneasiness. His eyes darted across the room to avoid law enforcement's gaze. He insisted that the medicines were not his without trembling. Mitchell's resolve wavered as the detective continued, his questions circling like vultures. He reluctantly admitted to owning the cash found within the contraband. Unlike his earlier protestations, the acknowledgement of guilt hovered in the air. Only the distant hum of machinery broke the room's calm, leaving Mitchell to ponder his comments and the legal repercussions. He was only starting his journey through the court system, and his fate was in danger. Mitchell and Lewis face marijuana possession and distribution charges. The two were arrested after a routine traffic stop revealed a large amount of marijuana in their vehicle. Authorities say the amount of marijuana and paraphernalia in the vehicle indicated a plan to distribute. Unfortunately, Lewis now faces a charge of carrying a concealed handgun without a license. The firearm, hidden in his hands, has aroused severe doubts about his intentions and increased his legal risks. Both defendants are expected to defend themselves in court. Their legal teams may dispute the search and seizure, contraband ownership, and concealed firearm situations. The case will depend on legal factors, evidence, and legal representation. Mitchell and Lewis might face fines, probation, or even jail if proven guilty, underscoring the seriousness of their charges. Thanks for watching. For more, kindly subscribe to our channel.